Two figures stand as exemplars of their craft in a world driven by power and manipulation. Madara Uchiha, a legendary warrior with ambitions of godhood, and Ayanokoji Kiyotaka, a master manipulator with an icy detachment from emotions. What can we learn from these two genius minds? Today, we dive deep into the life lessons from Madara versus Ayanokoji. The power of vision. Madara Uchiha's vision was singular and all-encompassing, a world united under his rule, free from suffering through the infinite Tsukuyomi. His grand vision drove every action he took, making him a force to be reckoned with. Ayanokoji, on the other hand, shows us the power of a hidden vision. Unlike Madara, he keeps his true ambitions shrouded in mystery, using subtlety to manipulate those around him. Whether your vision is grand and overt like Madara's, or concealed like Ayanokoji's, having a clear end goal gives you the power to shape your actions and decisions. It's not about broadcasting your ambitions, but about knowing exactly where you're headed and using every opportunity to get there. The art of manipulation. Madara and Ayanokoji both exemplify the art of manipulation, but they employ it in drastically different ways. Madara uses manipulation as a means to control others through fear and power, bending even the strongest to his will. Ayanokoji, on the other hand, operates in the shadows, subtly pulling strings, ensuring that others believe they're acting of their own free will. The key lesson here is that manipulation isn't about overt control. True mastery lies in understanding the desires and fears of others, then subtly guiding them toward the outcomes you desire. Madara's method might break spirits, but Ayanokoji's approach shows that lasting influence comes from making others think it was their idea all along. Strength through isolation. Madara and Ayanokoji share a common understanding. True strength often requires isolation. Madara isolates himself from the shinobi world to achieve his goals, believing that only he can bring about the change he envisions. Ayanokoji, though surrounded by classmates, remains emotionally detached, never forming true connections. This isolation allows him to act without emotional interference. Isolation doesn't have to be physical, it can be emotional or mental. By isolating yourself from unnecessary attachments and distractions, you gain clarity and focus. However, this path isn't without its dangers. Both Madara and Ayanokoji demonstrate that while isolation can lead to power, it can also lead to a profound loneliness. The lesson? Use isolation as a tool, but don't let it consume you. The role of emotion in decision-making. Madara's rage and sorrow drive much of his decision-making, leading him to extreme actions. His emotional drive gives him strength, but it also blinds him to alternative paths. In contrast, Ayanokoji represents the epitome of rationality. He views emotions as weaknesses, carefully eliminating them from his decisions, leading to near-perfect outcomes. Emotions can be a powerful motivator, but they can also cloud judgment. The lesson here is balance. Channel your emotions to fuel your drive, but never let them dictate your decisions. Ayanokoji's cold rationality might seem ideal, but Madara's passion reminds us that emotion, when controlled, can be a formidable ally. Legacy and influence. Madara sought to leave a legacy through force, to impose his will upon the world. His influence, however, was fleeting, undone by the very forces he sought to control. Ayanokoji, on the other hand, leaves a different kind of legacy, one of subtle, ongoing influence. His impact isn't measured in battles won, but in the way he continues to shape those around him long after his actions have ended. Legacy isn't always about grand gestures or monumental achievements. Sometimes the most lasting influence comes from the small, calculated actions that ripple outwards over time. Madara teaches us the risks of seeking to impose your will by force, while Ayanokoji shows the quiet power of strategic influence. In the end, Madara and Ayanokoji represent two sides of the same coin: power through vision, manipulation, and isolation. But while Madara's path led to his downfall, Ayanokoji's continues to unfold. The lessons they teach us are clear. Have a vision, master the art of influence, embrace isolation when needed, and understand the role of emotion in your decisions. But above all, remember, power is fleeting. True strength lies in understanding. Subscribe for more insights and embrace the shadows.